What's up, folks? How's it going? Welcome to episode 26 of the Reply Line. So happy to have you here. If you guys are catching the replay, welcome. If you guys are here live, thank y'all for being here. I am totally looking forward to this episode. Got some interesting things to chat about and a good recipe to share with you folks. My pancake recipe. It's something pretty cool, something I enjoy, something my kids enjoy, something people ask me about. So we're going to go over that. If you guys are missing the live stream, don't forget to turn on your notifications. Turn on the little bell icon and turn on all the notifications on for your app, the YouTube app on your phone, so that you can be notified when I go live, so you can join in on these good times. So you can, just hang out, have a good time, and then if you have a question, you can ask it live in the chat, or you can even let me call you, and I'll call you on the phone, and we'll chat, and we'll see what's up. So you guys, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling first. What's up, Neil, Mike, Grimes? How are y'all doing? I'm doing fantastic. It is a good afternoon indeed. I have been busy doing some editing and stuff today on the second part, or the second adventure of the trip that Tyler Farr and I did, and it's very funny. I was in here editing earlier. My wife was in here. She was in the living room watching TV, and she was just like, "Trip, can you stop laughing?" Because I was just laughing the whole time because it was so funny. I almost need to do like the actual version that's going to go on YouTube, but then like an uncut raw version, because it was just very fun. All right. So what's up, Blake? Good to see you, man. Four Wheel Jeeper, good to see you. Sealander Adventures and Ken, good to see y'all. What's up from Panama City? All right. I think I'm coming. Yeah, I'm going to come down to Panama City next week. Hopefully do some fishing, but I have some other business maybe to attend to down there, right? Got a little more bubbly in me. Oh, this is a koozie that I found on the Turkey Creek trip. Thought it was pretty cool. Come on, focus, you joker. Boom. Oh, and by the way, I got a new camera, actually a camera I've had. I just kind of switched it up with my webcam thing. So, all right, let's get on with it, folks. So, first question is from bcoin233. Now, these are both Instagram questions. So, bcoin, he says, Trip, what is the protein pancake recipe? Now, on my Instagram story, a lot of times I'll post, or sometimes I'll post what I'm eating, and one of my favorite things is my protein pancakes. I'm kind of weird about what I eat, or actually pretty weird about what I eat, so I have these like this healthy pancake recipe that one of my buddies kind of told me, then I kind of modified it, and I'm going to share it with you folks. So real quick, I'm just going to show it to you on the screen. Come on, focus, you joker. You're kidding. You're kidding. There it is. Boom. 1 banana, 2 eggs, 1 scoop of protein, and then you can add some olive oil, 1 teaspoon, and some cinnamon to taste if you want it, and then some pancake mix, like 1 tablespoon. It's just the lights kind of busting it out, or not busting it out, but drowning it out. But now I'll go over this. You guys can just kind of pause that so you can see the list. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So basically, I take 1 banana and 2 eggs, and I mix that together. That's the basis for it. And then I will take and I will add a scoop of protein. I like to use vanilla protein, just 1 average scoop. There's like 25 grams or so of protein per scoop. So I will put that into a big mixing bowl, mix that up, and I'll add some olive oil in there, and what I say, about 1 teaspoon per serving, I guess you could call that. Then I'll like to add some cinnamon to it sometimes, and I will also add some pancake mix, but not just regular pancake mix. I like this Bob's Red Meal gluten-free pancake mix. I get this stuff from the Piggly Wiggly. You guys know, one of my favorite stores. So here we go. I just add a little bit of that to it. You don't have to put that in it, but that just adds a little bit of extra fluffiness and stuff to it, and really makes it pretty good. And now I eat these. I'll snack on these kind of during the day, midday, about mid of my eating window, whenever I do cook them. And I'll give these to my kids. They love them. My oldest boy, he likes them. He'll eat them frozen, or he'll eat them cold out of the refrigerator, or he'll just eat them nice and warmed up. But I will take, and I will usually make a large batch of these. Like I'll take 7 bananas and 14 eggs and 7 scoops of protein, and I'll mix that all together, and I'll just have a pancake making morning. And I'll just make those, and if I have any extras, I will freeze them. I'll put them out on a baking sheet and freeze them, and then I'll put them in a Ziploc bag, and so I can just grab them out whenever I give it to the kids. But typically, I just eat them just in bulk. Right? I eat a lot of them when I eat them. So very good recipe, pretty healthy for you. It kind of keeps you away from the grains, and you get your eggs in, which is pretty good. And bananas, there, a little bit of sugar in it, but it's not too bad. This recipe is better than what most people eat when they're on their healthy diet anyway. So there you go. You guys should try that recipe because it is very good, I promise. All right, so next question. And, I like answering questions about health and fitness too. So if you guys have any of those questions, I don't mind answering. All right, next question is from Mr. Alejandro9716. This is another Instagram question. He said, I got a question. What GPS would you recommend to keep on you at all times when boating and camping? I'm considering the Garmin Montana, the Oregon, and the bigger InReach. What do you think? I want to be able to use it for biking, hiking, boating, and all that good stuff. Well, I didn't really know the answer to this question because I don't use a whole lot of technology, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to use a little bit more just because I have a lot of questions about it. But whenever I got this message, I was like, okay, that's something I'm interested in. Let's go and check this stuff out. So I'm going to take you guys to my computer screen, and we are going to look at these. So first thing I did, I jumped on here on the Garmin, and I looked up there. Where are we at? They're handheld. Handheld what? Goodness. Handheld devices. There we go. And I looked at the different ones. He talked about the Montana, the InReach, and then the Oregons. Now, first thing I noticed, okay, I look at the prices, of course. And the Montana, $600. Oregon, $500. InReach starts at $399. And all right, and then the Montana, $600. All right, so I'm like, okay, they're all kind of close, although the InReach is a little bit closer or a little bit cheaper. So then I was like, okay, what features do they have? Well, one thing I noticed about the Montana is it's more expensive because it has a camera. Now, who really needs a camera, right? I don't need a camera on my GPS. Most people, they're carrying a cell phone. If you want to take pictures, you can take the picture with your cell phone. Or if you're like me and you bring cameras, you can just take pictures that way. So I didn't need this redundant camera. So then I'm like, okay, well, what about this, the Montana? Okay, it's all right, it's pretty cool. I forget exactly what it did that, but anyways, then I went and I looked at the InReach because it was cheaper. Yeah, it was a couple $100 cheaper. What's that? $200 cheaper for something like that. So then I was like, okay, what does the InReach do? And I'm thinking, okay, the InReach, it's a good GPS, but okay, also it's a satellite communicator. So that's a pretty good thing, and you can get that. The cost of that is, here, it's right here. They talk about it somewhere. Did I scroll down? It's like $25 a month or something for the communication. Here it is. $25 a month for annual plans. Freedom plan, I don't really know what that is. $35 a month. That might be, Freedom. That must be month to month. And typically, that's what I would suggest most people do. Because me, if I were going to get one, it would just be, here we go. Let's go back to here. If I were to get one and use that feature, I wouldn't be using that messaging feature and the tracking feature with the GPS very much. Maybe like once or twice a year. So I think it would be better for me just to use just to do the month-to-month plan. So if I were going to the Florida Keys, or if I were going somewhere just totally crazy and whatever, and I wanted people to be able to keep track of me and my family to keep track of me and me be able to share my position and stuff with you folks, that would be a cool thing to do. But just pay the $35 in that particular month and use that feature and then be done with it. And you still get the cool GPS and stuff like that. So if you want something that's on your person, I think that would be a pretty good one. Now, a lot of times, no, phones aren't going to work because the phone GPS only works when you have cell phone service, I'm pretty sure. So there you go. That's what I would recommend as a GPS. And I have an old Garmin GPS Map 76X or something like that. I had it probably since like 2006 or 2007. I still have it, and I take it on a few trips, but really the only thing I used it for is to track my speed when I've been on my skiff, to try to just gauge my mileage and see how long it's going to take me to get to my destination and stuff like that. So other than that, I really haven't ever used a GPS, other than sometimes I'll pull up Google Maps on my phone and just kind of see where I'm at to get a really good pinpoint location. But other than that, I'm not really big into GPSs. I don't know. I mean, I have that fancy one on my boat on the skiff now, and we used it on the second part of the trip. When you guys will see, but we're going down like this swampy creek, checking out these springs on the Chattahoochee, and we go out at night. We're a bunch of darn idiots, but we're going down this creek at night and back and forth, and without it, we probably would have gotten turned around very badly because everything looked the same in there at night. So it was good to have for that. But then also I have some bigger trips planned on the skiff and also some fishing planned on the skiff. So that's going to prove to be a handy thing, I do believe. And also, if you're cruising at night, you do need some sort of GPS and stuff. But I typically don't do that. But I have done it without a GPS, without anything on my on the old skiff in Orange Beach. That was an interesting one. All right, so there's our questions we're going to cover from my little log here. Now let's go and check out. I see the chat's going crazy here. Let's go see what people are doing in the chat. And folks in the chat, if you guys want, you can drop your phone number in there, and you may have to do it type in the letters like, FIVE for 5. You may have to spell it out, but I will give you a call on Skype, and we will chat, and I'll answer your question that way because I think it's a fun thing to do. All right, so let's go in here and answer some questions. Where are we at? Let's see here. Jeepin' Mama said, love your videos. Thank you, Jeepin' Mama. I appreciate that. She says, does your wife have any interest in joining you? Yeah, does she have any interest? Okay, technically, yes. She does have some interest in joining me, but she doesn't have a lot of passion and understanding, and she doesn't get a lot of enjoyment out of roughing it and doing the crazy things like I do. So she likes the idea of it, but once you get out there, it's a little bit different than what she pictured in her mind. So she is trying to come around. But, there will be some things in the future that we'll do as a family as the boys get older that she'll be joining. But she's just not the super-duper outdoorsy, type. So there you go. All right, Neil Colwell, he says, what is your favorite sardine brand? Easy. That is going to be Beach Cliff Sardines. I've tried a few other brands, but I like the Beach Cliff the most. I like because it has a good fishy flavor and an oily feeling, and that makes me think, okay, I'm getting something a little bit healthier. But like I've tried the Great Value brand, garbage. I've tried some of the fancier stuff, and while they are good, I still go back to the old Beach Cliff in water sardines, and that's what I have every single day. I have a can of that. So that's my favorite brand for sure. But, I would like to try some different ones, though, also. All right, next question we have from Four Wheel Jeeper. Let's see, what are we... Oh, hold on, we had a super chat just come in. Boom. Why is it not showing? Oop, I know why. Boom. There we go. Thanks for the super chat. What do we got? Why can't I see it? Is that... Mike Grimes. Hey, man, appreciate the super chat. You're such a gentleman. Mike says, just want to say thank you. These live chats are a great part of my week, and I can also contribute what I can when I'm able. That's absolutely right. Paychecks aren't always stable. You're dang right about that, brother. Hey, you're very welcome, and I'm glad you enjoy these live streams. I know that I do. They're so much fun for me. So, man, Mike, I appreciate that. You are such a gentleman, sir. Thank you, for real. All right, next question we are getting. What's up, James Carnley? Good to see you. Next question. Here, Four Wheel Jeeper says, Trip, an idea on a snack to take in the woods hunting. Keep in mind noise is important. Okay, you want an idea of a snack to take in the woods when hunting that's going to be quiet. I mean, jerky is always a good one. That's pretty darn quiet, especially if you, may want to take it out of its packaging and put it in like a legit Ziploc bag. Or actually, check these out that I just got. I want to show you guys. I got these kind of reusable Ziploc bags because I'm about to start making some dehydrated meals. There's going to be some videos on that. But I've got these reusable silicone Ziploc bags, and listen how quiet they are. You can't even hear it. See? This would be great to pack any type of snack in. But just basically something, you don't have to do that. But like pancakes would be good. It's going to be cold out there. Man, you could pack some of those pancakes and you will be in heaven. But let's see, jerky and pancakes and nothing that crunches. Probably jerky and pancakes. I mean, you could take some granola bars like, Lara bars are good. They're excellent. They're very tasty. I really enjoy those. And also the Kids Cliff Bars. They're healthy and because the ingredients list is pretty short and it's pretty all natural compared to like a regular Cliff Bar, and they're delicious. So think about those kids Cliff Bars too, but you may want to take them out of their noisy wrapper, right? There you go. Hope that helps you. I like that question. All right. BDub17 asks, or he says, finally switching to a hammock. Any recommendations for a tarp? Yes, absolutely. Buddy slept 10 times better than myself and another friend in a tent, so I'm convinced. Yes, one thing great about a hammock is once you figure out how to get comfortable in it, you can sleep just as comfortable anywhere, anytime, as long as you can stay warm, because your lay is going to be the same. Once you get that hammock hanging comfortable, it doesn't matter what the ground is, as long as you got some trees, you can be comfortable. So do I have a suggestion for a hammock tarp? I absolutely do. Here, let's go and jump back in here, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about real quick. We're going to go to tripsmith.live because I just did this new thing on the website. Come on, hurry up. We're going to go up here to shop. But I just did some updates to the website and I added some gear. Look right here. Go here and click gear, and you guys can see all my gear that I use here. So I've got camera equipment, clothing, electronics, food, safety equipment, and then we're going to go to sleep systems and shelters. And look right here. Here's Hammock Gear's Journey Tarp. I think that is a good tarp. It's basically the same, or it's very, very similar as my personal tarp that I made. $129. It's made of, what is it? Oops, we don't want to sign up for your email thing, but thank you. It's made of what? 1.1 ounce ripstop, I think. Yeah, copper seal solid. The seal poly, I think, is 1.1. They'll seam seal it for you. You can add some other fancy stuff, which I'm not too much on reflective stuff. Let's see here. Now, as for ridgeline length, I would probably suggest going with 12 foot. I don't know. You may could get by with 11, but 12 foot's not going to add much bulk or much price to it. You're going to get a little bit more coverage. So that would be my suggestion for a hammock tarp. All right, coming back in. Because it's made out of good quality stuff. It's going to be really light and really compact, just like my tarp. So I think you'll be very happy with that hammock tarp. Mine, I love it, and I know Hammock Gear makes their stuff so much better than I do because I have one of their underquilts, and it is so nice, so wonderful. So that is my best suggestion. It's affordable, and it's pretty competitively priced. Now you can get on Amazon and look at some hammock tarps. Some may cost $30 or $40, and they're like square shaped, and when you pitch them, they're kind of diamond shaped. Yeah, those are inexpensive and affordable, but they're not going to give you good coverage. If it starts raining on you, you're going to wish you had something with a little more coverage. And that one, it even has the doors you can close, so it's just very, very nice. And I really think you're going to enjoy, or you're going to appreciate spending a little bit of extra money on there. But you can also have like a Kelty Noah's tarp. They're kind of getting harder to find online, but those things, they're made out of a thicker material, which you don't really need, and so when it packs down, it's heavier and it's bulkier, which is the same for most of the $35 diamond tarps too. So you're really going to step up your quality for not much money if you go to one of the Hammock Gear tarps. So boom, there's that's a great suggestion. Look, B-Dub, you need to spend good money on your tarp. All right, let's see here. Chris Eaton. What's up, Chris? He said, speaking of food, can you talk more about your diet and also your workouts? Sure, I'll give you a really quick spiel of my diet. All right, my diet, I'm on a mostly carnivore diet, which means I eat mostly meat products or animal products. So like I eat eggs and meat, right? And sometimes I will eat a little bit of fruit or my pancakes, which is a lot of eggs. And I may do a protein shake every now and then, and sometimes in the evenings, like maybe today, I will make myself a big smoothie, like a huge, probably a 40-ounce smoothie with blueberries, protein powder, agave nectar, and cacao chocolate. That's something I eat every single day, cacao chocolate. But basically, I just eat pretty much everything I eat is pretty good for me. Probably 95% of what I eat is extremely healthy and nothing bad in it. And some days I have like perfect days, or pretty good bit I have like perfect days where I consume nothing that isn't really good for me. So that's really a great thing. But also every single day I fast, which means I don't eat for a certain block of time. I don't consume a single calorie for at least 16 hours. Yesterday I fasted, I don't even count anymore, probably like 18 or 18 and a half hours. No, it might have been 17 and a half, but I will fast anywhere between 16 and 24 hours every single day. So I'll eat all my food within a small block of time and then just not consume any calories. I'm not drinking any calories. All I'm consuming is water and maybe some green tea in the mornings before my workout to give me a little bit of energy and to boost my fat burning. Then as for workouts, what I do like typical bodybuilding stuff, I change it up. I'll do a typical bodybuilding workout, which is just a full body workout on all of your typical free weights and machines and stuff. I'll do that one day, and then the next day that I'm in the gym, I will do like a high intensity cardio type workout. That's what I did today. And then I did some core, and then I came home. But when I do my kind of weight training workouts, I'll do weight training and then core. Then I'll do like a quick, very high intensity, like sprinting type workout, whether I'm doing burpees as fast as I can or running on a stair climber for 10 or 30 seconds and then resting for 2 minutes, or pushing a sled on and off, or ball slams 10 seconds on as hard as I can and then 20 seconds off, or something like that. So I just push kind of wherever it hurts in the sprinting and stuff, because that is really where you're going to kick into that high fat burning mode, especially if you're working out near the end of your fast. So there's really a lot to what I eat or how I eat and how I work out, but the basic principles, if you want to get healthier, is start fasting, cut out sugars and grains. Boom, do that, and just get moving in some way that sucks. You're gonna get in shape. All right, that's easy, pretty easy. All right, next question is B-Dub said, "What kind of hammock is it?" I must have missed something. B-Dub missed it. I don't think it really matters that much what kind of hammock. That tarp's gonna work for most hammocks, unless you have like the hammock, or that's probably all it won't work for. The ones that kind of lay sideways. All right. Thank God it's Friday, Dana. Good to see you. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing fine too. And I really appreciate all the help that you were at Rockadoc. You really were a lot of help. Let's see here. It's a Fox Outfitters double hammock. Yep, great. Yep, pretty good hammock. You need a good tarp for it. All right, let's see here. Jason Valaker said, "Would you try an MRE on a trip?" Yes, I would. And on my last trip, I carried an MRE, but Tyler bought so much food that I didn't even need an MRE. So I didn't eat it, but I probably will be bringing it on my next trip and eating an MRE. And yes, I really love MREs. They're just not the best for me with my strict diet, right? And hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the videos, buddy. Let's see, JD, who had let the dogs out? Who? I don't know, buddy. All right, let's see here. Let's see. All right, here we go. Chuck Smith said, "When I use my hammock, which is not very much, I keep sliding down and my feet are higher than my head. What am I doing wrong?" Chuck, doesn't sound like you're doing anything wrong, because that's kind of how you do lay. But just like Dan said, you need to try putting the foot end of your hammock a little bit taller, a little bit higher than your head end. But really and truly, you kind of can just slide down, or slide your body down. It's okay if your legs are a little bit higher. That's kind of how you're going to end up anyway, and it should be okay, unless you're getting like some sort of headache from your blood all running to your head, which I don't think you are. But if you are, then that may mean you have too short of a hammock and your legs are really, really elevated, a lot higher than your head. But typically, even when I really get down into my hammock and almost put, maybe my mid torso, or probably like right in here, about center, or at the very bottom of the hammock, my feet are only about this much higher than my head. So if that. So just try sliding down in your hammock a little more and be sure you have a good pitch. I know there's really a lot to it, but it's not totally bad if your feet are higher than your head. There we go. But hey, Dan, thanks for pitching in some advice there. All right, so where are we at? Boy, the chat's coming in good and strong. I like it. Here we go. Four Wheel Jeeper said, "Trip, you ever think about raising your own chickens? We own a farm and everyone wants fresh, non-anything chicken eggs." Yes, I do think about raising my own chickens. My wife wants chickens. I've got a book right over there about chickens at home. I wanted to build a chicken tractor at one time, but I just haven't ever gotten around to it. Why? I don't know. I eat so many eggs. I literally eat a minimum of 8 eggs every day. Actually, today I only had 7. I lied. Today I had 7 because we were out, and I only had 7 left, so I didn't get my 8. But I usually eat 8 eggs a day, so I consume a lot of eggs. And yes, the ones that are no-nothing eggs or really home-raised, those are really good, and we try to buy those every now and then from some friends of ours that we go to church with and stuff. But no, I just haven't. If I were gonna have eggs enough to feed me and my kids, we need a lot of chickens, and I ain't dealing with all that. I got enough to deal with as it is. But it would probably be a fun thing. Let's see here. Whoa, look at there. B-Dub said, well, thanks for the super chat, man. I really appreciate you. You are a gentleman as well. He said, thanks, man. Some separate convos happening in the chat. Yeah, that's awesome, and that's what I love. We kind of have a community around here, and when you come into the reply line and someone can help you, shoot, yeah, I love seeing people helping each other in the chat. So, hey, thank you for the super chat. Such a gentleman. I appreciate the support for the channel. All right, here we go. Four Wheel Jeeper says, recommendations on a waterproof sleeping bag. At around 20 plus degrees. Could get by with 30, but what is really waterproof in your opinion? Well, that is an interesting question. All right. First, while I'm answering this, tell me why you must have a waterproof sleeping bag. Because I don't think you want a waterproof sleeping bag. Maybe a water-resistant sleeping bag. But, for something to truly be waterproof, it's usually not air permeable, as in, it can't breathe. And if you get inside something that can't breathe, if you put yourself inside a trash bag, which is basically what a 100% waterproof sleeping bag would be, you're going to create a lot of condensation and stuff in there. And if it ever does get wet inside, it's going to take a long time to dry out. So for that reason, I'm not a big fan of a waterproof sleeping bag. Now, if you want something to help keep your sleeping bag dry, you can get a bivy, like a waterproof bivy cover for your sleeping bag. It's basically like a really thin liner that goes on the outside of your sleeping bag that will protect it in the event that you really need to be waterproof. So that is my suggestion there. But other than that, I've never used a bivy. I've never needed a bivy. I've never got my stuff. Well, okay, I have had my stuff really wet. Remember the one time I went down the Chipotle River and I literally dunked all my stuff in the water, and my sleeping bag was one of the last things to dry for that chilly night. Even though my sleeping bag was a little wet, I was still able to stay plenty warm. So, I don't worry that much about my stuff getting wet, basically. But let's see, have you said anything else in the chat? No, not quite. So there you go. I don't think it's that important, but as long as you get a good sleeping bag that is water resistant, if you get a little rain or something on it, just you can knock it off so it doesn't soak in. But really and truly, just try and stay in a dry place. Have a big enough tarp, right? Be sure you have a pretty good tent, or you have an air mattress that keeps you up off the ground, or however what your sleeping arrangement is. Just be sure that you can stay dry. That's probably the biggest tip that I can give you. Ken, what's up, buddy? Man, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. You, my friend, are a gentleman too. It's good to see you. See you here and over on Patreon. So, and he says, because Trip Dip has become our grandchildren's bath battle cry. That is cool. Thank you so much for what you do, Ken. Thank you so much too, man. I wish my little boys would yell Trip Dip. They don't even do that. Little rascal. I guess just because it's not special because they see Daddy all the time. But whatever. Hey, thanks, Ken, for the super chat. I appreciate you. You, sir, are a gentleman. I do appreciate it more than you know. Let's see here. I love that. Bathroom battle cry. All right. Let's see here. Shelby Watson asks, what is your preferred footwear when kayaking/camping? Are you still sporting the water Crocs? You mean these right here? You dang right I'm still sporting these. I do love these water Crocs, and I'm wearing these if it is cold out or colder. I'm going to be wearing these shoes sometimes, but really and truly, my preference now are my Earth Runner sandals. I really love those Earth Runners. I'm not wearing them right now. I know in some videos I'll be wearing them and I'll be like, yep, here's my sandals. But I like those Earth Runners. They stay on my feet really good. My feet can breathe and move and stuff all they want. And water, it's like, I don't know, you don't have to worry about water or rocks or sand or anything in those. You just got to kind of be a little bit careful with sticks and briars and stuff, but you do with almost any water shoe. But I really love those Earth Runners, and they're just I don't know, really nice shoes. You can't even tell they're on your feet. But that, and then if it's cold weather and I'm getting wet, I'm going to wear my NRS paddle shoes. And I have that. Let's see here. Matter of fact, let's jump right over here since you asked. And we will go, come on, Trip. Come on, baby. Let's go back, and I will show you my footwear. Where is it at? That's in clothing, I think. I'm still getting used to this myself. I don't even have the Earth Runner sandals in here, but I'll use these NRS paddle shoes, which are pretty nice. I use these if I know that I'm going to be getting wet, and my feet are going to stay wet all day, and it's pretty chilly. This is basically like a wetsuit for your foot, so it works really well. They've got a nice aggressive tread, so if you need to walk around on logs or rocks or something, you can do that with these on. But if I'm maybe kind of paddling or something, and all I have are my Crocs, I'm going to wear my Crocs and couple those with some darn tough hiking socks, the merino wool, because they'll still keep your feet warm when it's wet. So these socks coupled with these Crocs kind of are almost as good as this, but if it is warm weather, I'm definitely just going to be wearing my Earth Runners or the Crocs. I don't really know why I would wear the Crocs. I wore them this last trip because it was going to be a little bit cooler. So, and I think maybe they kept my feet a little bit warmer. Probably did, because it did get pretty chilly at night. So great question, Shelby. Thank you for that. All right. Four-wheel Jeeper says, Trip, list the top 6 items you would bring minus the normal must-haves. Like, what is your sleepwear camp must? All right, sleepwear camp must. I don't have it around here, but those socks I just showed you, the Darn Toughs, I usually sleep in a pair of socks. And then my beanie, my little, some sort of toboggan. I don't have that around here either. Some of my stuff's pretty close, but that's not. And then I will have my headphones, because I will be listening to a podcast sometimes or something or another. And then, what else? I don't know. It depends on the weather. If it's not cold or anything, I'll just wear my shorts, right? And nothing else. And just have my mag liner over me. But if it is cold, I'll wear some sort of a cheap Under Armour type thermals. But really, I don't really wear that much when I'm sleeping. I do like, when I'm in the hammock, one of the travel neck pillows. I have an inflatable one. It works pretty well. It kind of just, don't really use it to actually, prop my head up I just use it to keep my head from falling sideways in the hammock. So it really kind of holds me stable there. How many items is that? Like 5? If we can add one more. Okay, probably my phone, and then I will have it hooked up to my battery charger, which typically in the hammock I'm using one of my RAV Power battery banks and having that hooked up. So there you go. There's your answer for that one. Great question. I love these. Let's see. Neil. Oh wait. Let's see. Mike Grimes says, "Yeah, Ken. Woo! Funding the Rock Doc 1 live stream at a time." That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Yep, you're right. You're right, Mike. Every little bit helps. Let's see. Fishing with Christina. What's up, Christina? Says, have you ever repaired a crack on a kayak before? And if you did, how did you do it? Yes, I have. I repaired a crack on my buddy Vance's kayak, the one before I took his down the Blackwater River. It was a crack. It was kind of a crack and a wear through spot, but I repaired that with a piece of a 5-gallon bucket. Right, and I took it with a heating torch, and I heated up the spot around the crack with the kayak, and I cut my little bitty piece of bucket about the same size. I heated it up, and I stuck it on there. Then I kind of kept heating it and kind of smoothed it out, and I added a little bit if I thought I needed some more to strengthen it. But you can basically weld that stuff just like glue if it's a polypropylene or polyethylene or whatever. Polyethane, I don't know what the kayaks are made out of, but if it's a rotomotive kayak, you can usually do that to them. And if you want to really learn how to do it like the right way, better than just what I described to you, you can get on YouTube and just type plastic weld kayak repair or something. I think that's what it's called. You can learn how to do it. It's not too bad, and really you can do it to just about any kayak, and it can really bring back a broken, busted up kayak. As long as it's not busted up too bad. Some of them are pretty bad though. So good question, Christina. Thank you. Neil, comes across with the Garmin InReach Minis are on sale for $249 at REI. So the Garmin InReach Mini, that's the itty bitty one, like the itty bitty one. Yeah, that would probably work well. Or, I mean, I would probably prefer the larger ones because I have a screen that I can actually navigate on. I think the InReach Mini has a teeny screen, which really and truly, I would love to see them both in the store and hold them in my hand and just see, okay, can I make the InReach Mini work before I spend some money on it. But hey, thanks for the update, Neil. Awesome stuff. So Mike Grimes says, Mr. Tripp, what kind of stream camera are you using? How can I show you this? I don't have a mirror right now. Right now, for this stream here, I just upgraded, or just kind of changed my setup this morning to a camera that I have. It's a Canon M50 that I'm using as my webcam. And in the past, I was using, well, oh, here it is, somewhere. This is the webcam that I was using. It's my Logitech, I don't even know what it is. It's like a $40 Logitech webcam. It works pretty well, but I really like the look of, man, it's gotten a little dark up in here, right? I really like the look of this M50 on here. I still need to work with the lighting. I don't really like the lighting setup right now, but I like this M50 pretty well. But it doesn't take really much to hook it up to your computer. Just get on YouTube, and there's a video by Think Media that shows you how to hook up your M50 for a webcam. So it just helps to have a little bit nicer camera. I think it's things are a little bit better with a camera. I don't know. What do you think, Mike? Oh, great. The audio, yes, the audio is pretty clear. I have a Blue Yeti microphone, but I'm probably going to switch in the future to this microphone that I have back here. I've had this for a while, a few years. This is the Rode Mini. That's something else. There's another part of the name. It's just a little bitty shotgun mic. So I hope to get a little bit better setup for this live stream, because right now I'm kind of scattered out back behind here, and I don't really like that. I like to try to be organized. But yeah, that's what I'm using. It doesn't really take much, and really truly, you can do a lot of live streams just on your phone. But if you want to kind of have all these other different little, be able to switch to your computer screen, or throw all these little things up, right? You kind of need your computer to do all that fancy stuff. There's a lot more that I can do that I just don't do. So good question, Mike. I like that, man. All right, Four Wheel Jeeper says, Tripp, you walk into a store that has everything known. What is the shirt you get and the pants you get? Okay, all right, I think I've got this. The shirt that all right, well, I guess I'm going to go with the stuff that I own, right? Because I haven't really worn the stuff I don't have. So my favorite, yeah, let's just talk about what my favorite shirt and pants are. My favorite shirt, other than a Tripp shirt, right, is my Columbia Hybrid. Oh, you know what? I've got it. Look at here. Man, this is so handy. Watch what I can do. I've got her. Oh, the Columbia Hybrid shirt. Let's just go find it. This is an awesome shirt you guys have seen me wear. Hybrid shirt. Hope I spelled that right. No, I didn't. Silver, yeah, there it is. Boom. This shirt here is awesome. I have it in the gray. So I like it because it's a long sleeve button up, so it's nice and cool, but it also has these little thumb holes for your hands. So that is pretty nice to have. Is it going to blow it up? Yeah. Look how cool that is. So, that's for sun protection. Those look just like my hands. Ha! I could be a model. So, yep, this is a shirt that I prefer these days. I really like wearing that shirt. It's, hang on. Working here. I like it because it's a nice loose button up, so it's not like form fitting, so it will kind of keep the bugs off me too if the bugs start to come out, but it'll also cover up my hands. It dries really fast, so it's, I don't know, it's a pretty cool shirt. I feel kind of pretty cool when I wear the shirt. So that's that's a fun thing. So pant wise, I just like any stretch pant that's really thin, and I don't like the zip off pants, and I like them to be slimmer fitting and slim around the ankles, and if they have some sort of water repellency to them, I like that too. Like my Columbia Outdoor Elements stretch pant, I believe is what they're called, but Columbia kind of changes up the names to their stuff every once in a while, and so those pants are a couple years old, so they don't sell that exact pant. You go to Columbia and you find a stretch pant that's water repellent, 100% polyester, maybe a little bit of elastane in it. It's going to be a good pant, right? So That's what I would suggest. So there you go. But if I could have anything, I don't even know. I'd probably go for like some Arc'teryx or Ace-Teryx pants, just because they're super expensive and I've never worn anything that nice. So I'd like to try them. So that's probably what I'd go and grab, just to see what they're made of, right? Because they're probably pretty nice. I just can't afford that stuff. Let's see. Good question. That's fun. Hey, 4-wheel, you're coming up with some good stuff. Let's see here. B-Dub says, I like my Garmin E-Trex. It gets the job done. Yeah, exactly. Just like my old Garmin GPS map. You can download free maps to it as well. Yep, just a bit of Googling to figure that one out. Yep, that's awesome. Let's see. Geoff says he has the same NRS paddle shoes and they work great. And some of their splash gear as well, and it works awesome. Yeah, I would like to try some of their splash gear, like, what do they call it? Just like a splash jacket. I'd like to try one of those, although I probably like to try it, but I do like to have a full zip. I don't know, but I've never tried the other. Here's another one. 4-Wheel Jeeper says, pick your favorite meal you have ever had, minus the diet, and one camp meal that was your favorite. Separate the two meals. Favorite meal I've ever had. Favorite meal I've ever had. Hold on. Favorite meal I've ever had. Alright, I'd probably go back to when I was on a... No. Okay, got it. Easy. I went to Jamaica to one of my buddies was getting married, and we went to Sandals, and they had this like all-you-can-eat seafood buffet there, and I just tore up the buffet. You know, we'd had a long day there at Sandals, and I tore up the buffet, and there was this one dude over in the corner. He was making fresh mussels, and I just destroyed their mussel supplies that night. I love some mussels, but I love any type of seafood. So if it's a seafood buffet, count me in. We're about to be eating, right? Then my favorite camp food. Pick one camp meal that was your favorite. Probably, I've had some good times eating crabs. Really do like to eat the crabs. But then, like, the pack of gourmets are pretty good, although they've gotten a little expensive. Steak is really good. I don't know. That is a tough one. Some of my homemade dehydrated meals are good too, so I don't really have a favorite. Let's just say steak. I mean, how can you not like steak, right? All right, good questions, 4-Wheel Jeeper. All right, let's see here. Geoff Taylor said most kayaks are made of HDPE, high density polyethylene. See, I knew I was batting around there, right? What's up, Nate Simpson? Good to see you, buddy. John Fuss said, hey Trip, big fan of you. Man, love your videos. I appreciate it, Josh. Good to see you here. I'm glad you're able to make it to the live stream, buddy. All right, 4-Wheel Jeeper, another good question here. What's your favorite wood project I have ever completed? Holy moly. I don't know. I'm looking around my room. I don't know. I built some really huge built-ins, custom built-ins, because I used to be a carpenter by trade. I made this one huge, massive built-in at my sister's house. It was very, very nice. Had like a bar built into it, and I mean, it went over the door, and it was just covered the whole wall. It's probably like 16 or 18 feet long. It was totally beautiful. So that was pretty cool. I built some massive, massive decks in my day. Best woodworking project? I don't know. Probably built-ins, because I really love an efficient use of space. One of my most popular videos is a built-in closet for my son that I made. It's totally cool. You guys can go check it out. It was made like years ago, but it's just really good use of space. So there you go. That's what I like. Cool, man. You're reminding me of some good old stuff, 4-Wheel Jeeper. I appreciate that. All right, Josh Fush. Let's see how much battery we got. We're good. Said, question, Trip, I have a 16-foot Ginu. 16-foot Ginu, you mean you have the Classic or you have the 15.6? And I have a 9.9 on the back. What size motor would you recommend? All right, tell me this. Do you have the Classic or do you have the High Sider? Which one have you got? Which one have you got? That's a pretty important thing. If you have the, let's say you have the Classic, the same one I had, put you a 25 horse motor on there. If you can find a Mercury 25 two-stroke, you're gonna be doing really good, because it'll push that boat about 31 mile an hour, I think it was. But if you could find, I would be hesitant to go much heavier. Like if you went up to like a 30 horsepower 4-stroke like I have on my Kayo, that might be a little too heavy. Okay, it's a 15.6. Okay, no big deal. All right, 15.6. You're gonna want something a little smaller. From the research that I've done, which is a lot on Ginus, I think a 15 horsepower should do you good, and you probably could get by with a 4-stroke and 15. And I don't know how fast you're going to cruise. I'm thinking like 25 mile an hour maybe, but That's what I would do, and I would put an on-the-fly jack plate on it for sure, and not some CMC power tilt and trim. On-the-fly jack plate's gonna be a little bit lighter. You don't need the battery for it. It's the same setup that I had on my IPV skiff, and I friggin' loved it. So it was really nice. So that would be my suggestion, Josh. The on-the-fly jack plates are really nice. All right, let's see here. Good question. So Chuck Berg says, "Love your channel." Thank you, Chuck. Reminds me of when I was a much younger man growing up in South Florida, backpack camping everywhere from Ocala to the Keys. That's awesome. I'm glad it can remind you of that, Chuck. I gotta cleanse the palate. Let's see here. James Carnley says, question, is it a good idea to use Flex Seal on the bottom of your kayak for extra protection? Probably not. Typically you don't need extra protection on your kayak, really and truly, and I don't know, I've never put Flex Seal on anything, but I think it's going to slow you down a lot. It's going to add some weight to the kayak, and who knows if it's going to stick. It may start peeling off, and it probably isn't going to stay on there very good. So once you hit your first log or something, it's probably going to go through the Flex Seal. Excuse me. It's going to go through the Flex Seal, then it's all going to start peeling off probably. But I don't know. I'd probably Google that because I really don't know the answer to that. But best way to protect your kayak is just not to drag it over stuff. If you don't do that, it's going to last a pretty good while. All right, good question, James. You're coming out with some ones from left field here, but I like it. All right, Eduardo J. Eugene M. says, Master Trip. Well, thank you, sir. Very humble. Trip, hi. What's happening with unavailable your t-shirts in your web page? Are all the shirts unavailable on the web page? Surely not. I just recently put some new shirts on there, and they're on sale. I haven't told anybody that except for patrons. So you guys know. Actually, I might have said that in the last reply line. I think I did, actually. Let's go see. Because if not, man, we got to fix that. But let's see. Here we go. No way. This can't be. All right, let's go look at the. I should be doing this where you guys can see it, but I'm not. I'm sorry. No, they're not out of stock. Look, the OT Topo shirt. Let's get a medium gray. Out of stock. This is the XL 13 in stock. Okay, no, all right. So some of them are in stock. I don't have a bunch in stock at the moment, but I need to be ordering some pretty soon. So there's your answer to that. I appreciate you asking. But, all right, there are some there. Just go through and just kind of flip through, and hopefully you can find your size. I do have a lot of Rockadoc shirts that I had to put on there. I'm going to be selling those for $20 a pop. So are they on there yet? I don't think they are. Let's see. Are the Rockadoc shirts on there? I'm sorry, guys. I know this is a little lull in here because I'm not prepared. No, the Rockadoc shirts aren't on there right now, but I've got a pretty good bit of Rockadoc shirts to put on there that you guys can buy for $20 shipped. That's a heck of a deal, and I'm just doing that just to get rid of them out of my closet so I can get more shirts in. So there you go. That's pretty funny. Oh, good times. All right. Here's a good question from Nate. He said, have you ever thought about putting a rooftop tent on top of your truck? Yes, Nate, I have. And actually, this past Rockadoc, I slept in a rooftop tent one night. In my buddy Ron's truck, I slept in his rooftop tent. He slept in my hammock one night, and I loved it. It was very, very nice. But for my particular truck, generally, when I go somewhere, I'm hauling a kayak or a paddleboard, and I usually haul that on top of my truck. So I would prefer, if I can swing it, to sleep in the back of my truck. And I'm actually, on my to-do list, I'm going to be building a platform in the back of my truck to sleep in, because me and my oldest son, we're going to go and do some overlanding / truck camping next month. So I'm looking forward to that. So if I can, I would like to sleep in the back of my truck, since I have the camper shell and just everything's there and done. Because you buy a rooftop tent, and yeah, it's nice, but you spend $1,200, sometimes $2,000. I don't know. I'm not sure how much they cost. Then you may find some for $850 or something for a tent on the top of your truck. I mean, I'd almost rather sleep in a hammock or spend $80 or $150 and sleep on a tent on the ground. So that's my thoughts on that. But they are super nice. If I was doing a lot of truck camping, okay, and a lot of overlanding, okay, I might get a rooftop tent, or actually, no, I probably wouldn't. I would just have a long bed truck and sleep in my camper shell. So those are my thoughts on it. But hey, to each his own. I mean, some of them are really, really nice. Let's see here. 3GS says, hi, I might go camping this weekend on my Johnson skiff with my friends. Any fun things I should do? Yeah, of course. A trip dip. You gotta do a trip dip, but 3GS, where are you going? Where are you going? I mean, other than, if you can find some springs or find somewhere to snorkel or catch some fish or catch some crabs or, I don't know, what's all the crazy stuff I do? Try doing a little bit of night stuff, right? I don't know. See how fast you can go and jump off the boat, right? I don't know. That's stupid stuff that I do. So there you go. Oh, yeah, you got some of your buddies. If y'all going somewhere clear with clear water and you like to snorkel, put a ski rope behind the boat, put your mask on and your snorkel, and just let them drag you really slowly while you're snorkeling around. That'd be a cool thing to do, right? That's something I want to try. So that's kind of on my long list of things to do. Clay Gainey, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate you. Here, we'll throw this up for you. Boom. You're awesome and a gentleman, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support of the channel. Really do. Let's see here. 4-wheel Jeeper. Here's another one. Also trip paleo versus keto. Ideas guys are asking because we are starting CPAP testing and they're asking. Okay, cool deal. So these guys are getting ready undoubtedly to take the CPAP, which is a kind of physical test before you can get certified to be a firefighter. So really and truly, I mean, either of them are going to be pretty good. But you can do like a paleo and keto, because keto, all that is, that's just keeping your carbs low so that you are kicked into ketosis, which is great. Paleo is just like eating the more natural stuff. So I mean, either one of those are going to be good. But if you do paleo, try and do keto at the same time. But you can't really do. You can do paleo and keto, but you can also do keto without doing paleo. So you don't really compare, or I don't really compare those. I think they're kind of two different animals. But just do keto and do fasting, and you're going to be knocking it out of the park. Promise you. Cut out your sugar, cut out your grains. You're done. You're going to live a long, healthy life, right? Oh, all right. James Carnley says, and good luck with CPAP, gentlemen. Go get on that stair climber. Go get on some stair stepper, run some stairs, walk some stairs with a backpack. As long as you make it through that and you don't go slow on the rest of it, you'll be fine. All right. James Carnley says, I'm on the Chipola a lot, and it's full of rocks and submerged trees. Where was that? James, were you the one asking about the... what does that have to do with... What are you talking about, James? Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're right. The Chipola is full of all kinds of stuff, for sure. Let's see here. Joey Paranoia says, what's the biggest cliff, sweet, or tree you've ever jumped off of? I've jumped off... All right. Biggest tree I've jumped out of is the one at Cypress Spring. I don't know, it's maybe about 35, 40 feet. The biggest cliff I've jumped off of is Chimney Rock at Lake Martin. Jumped off that sucker one time. It was totally awesome. Then I had kids, and I'm like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. But I've only had one opportunity to do it anyway. But I might do it again. But how high is Chimney Rock? I don't know. I think it's 80 feet or something. Chimney Rock height. I love Google. Don't you guys just love Google? No, it's not 1,000 feet. 325. No, that's different. Chimney Rock, Lake Martin. Good gracious. How high is it? 60 foot. All right, so 60 foot, the highest I've ever jumped. But then I've dove off of a cliff in some bauxite mines in Abbeville, Alabama. I think they were about 45 or 50 feet. I literally dove off, and that was when I was in high school. And man, talk about a trip. Man, that was awesome. We used to jump off there a lot, and I was like, all right, I'm going to dive, and I dove off, and I survived. So there you go. And I like doing stuff like that, so it's pretty fun. What's up, Catwoman? Have fun over there in Arizona. Hope everything's going just fine. Let's see. All right, B-Dub, I'll see you. Glad you were able to tune in. Thanks for the questions and all the good stuff, buddy. I appreciate the support. Dean Fulford said, what up from North Carolina? What's up in North Carolina? Hope it's not too cold up there. Let's see. Chuck Smith said, I wouldn't trust my buddies to pull me behind my boat so I could snorkel because they would hit the gas. Oh, come on. You guys gotta develop a little bit of trust. You gotta kind of set a boundary saying, okay, when I do this, we gotta be serious. Don't screw me on this. Don't try to make some viral YouTube video. Let's just do this and have fun, because I'm about to do it to you, and we need some trust here. There's a time and a place for jokes, and that probably wouldn't be one of them. But if it is, just let go, right? No big deal. Come to Texas, Trip. Nate, yeah, I would like to come to Texas. I mean, kind of, but there's a lot of other places. I might be going to like Biloxi one day, to the Chandelier Islands. Might be doing something there one day. I'm kind of throwing that idea around with some new friends. So we'll see. I may come that direction. All right. Rocco Day said, "Hey Trip, checking in from Orlando. What's up from Orlando, home of iCast? Love some iCast. May have to go back one day, because once I start fishing next week, I have to go back to a fishing show." So he said, "What are those spikes along the bow of your boat used for?" The spikes, I keep them on the bow of my boat so that whenever I pull up on the sandbar, all the women don't just climb on the boat and just, ruin my marriage, right? No, that's not what they're for. They're really soft silicone, and they're for fly fishing. When you're fly fishing, you've got all that long line, you're back and forth, with your fly fishing, and then you strip the line, so a lot of line falls to your feet, and the line or the spikes are there to keep that line that's at your feet from blowing off the boat into the water. There you go. That's what it's for. Let's see here. Shane R. said, "You always talk about the South. Have you ever been West Utah?" I have been to Utah, yes. I've been to Deer Valley, Utah, skiing one time. My aunt has a house there. When I was probably 14 years old, I went skiing in Deer Valley, Utah just once. It was pretty awesome, pretty nice. But I've been to California probably 3 times. I've been to Yosemite National Park, which is very, very cool. I've been to Alcatraz, been to Chinatown, all that cool stuff when I was a lot younger. And I still remember those times. So, yeah, I've been out west. I've been to Tulsa, Oklahoma like 3 times, to horse shows when I was a lot younger. I've been to Texas once when I was too little to remember. That's about it. I've been down south a lot, and that's what I like. So, all right. Let's see here. Boom, boom. 4-Wheel Jeeper says, "Trip, if you had to choose gray or yellow kayak, and why?" Oh, I guess you're talking about the gray and yellow kayaks that I have. I had the yellow kayak. I sold it, and I chose the gray one obviously because the seat was more comfortable. If the seat was comfortable on the yellow one, I would have kept it because it had better hatches and seals and stuff for the cover. It kept the compartments drier, so I liked it for that reason. But I do like the gray one because that's the first kayak I ever, my big touring kayak, the first one I ever did a video on, so it has some sentimental value to me. But if we're going just color-wise, gray for sure, because it's more incognito. I can hide that thing like I buried it in the bushes a few times, when you got to be incognito. Oh, 3GS says, "We sometimes wake surf in New Smyrna." I have been wake surfing like once, and I was able to do it. It's pretty cool. I would have to try it more, but I just haven't had the opportunity. Dean Fulford said, "It's not cold at all up here in North Carolina. It's been in the upper 70s and low 80s every day." Awesome. That is nice. Yes, Mike. All the women. That's what they're for. That's what the spikes are for. Glad you enjoy that. All right, 4-Wheel Jeeper said, "Last one. When you are getting your fellow firefighters to take a trip, when you are getting your fellow firefighters to take a trip, which I love those videos, how does your explanation on what they need and will encounter go?" I mean, but most of the firefighter buddies that I invite, they all kind of understand what you need to bring, and after going on a couple trips with me and watching my videos, they kind of know what to expect. You never know what to expect and what's going to happen when you go on a trip with Trip, because I have drugged them through some junk and got them in some bad situations, but it's always been fun, and it's always a really good time, and I can't wait. We were talking about it just like 5 days ago, doing another trip with the firefighter buddies, so I'm looking forward to doing another one. Steve, man, look at you, dude. Thank you for the super chat. $20? Are you crazy? Man, you're awesome. Good morning from Melbourne. Man, that's a long ways down under there. Keep up the good work and stay well. Hey, I definitely will, Steve. I wish I could highlight that and bring it into the chat. Why can't I do that? What? Hold on. Wait, watch this. Hold on. Can I do that? I wish I could do that. I can't, though. What do I do? Mark is red. Leaderboard, nope, I can't. I wish I could bring that as an overlay into here. I've seen other people do that, but I can't. But anyways, dude, Steve, thank you so much. Gosh, it's incredible. You know, I really appreciate all the support for the channel, guys. I don't know, it does mean a lot to me. You know, my wife and I were just talking, or we talk quite a bit about, you know, one day maybe being able to go full time on YouTube and just create content for you guys all the time and keep rolling it out. And you know, we also about, hey, how are we going to make it happen? How are we going to make it happen? I'm thinking, you know, one of the best ways and easiest ways and safest ways to make it happen is by an audience-supported channel rather than advertisers and sponsorships and all that nonsense that a lot of people use to generate revenue to go full-time. I would just prefer to have the freedom to do what I want. And Steve, stuff like this, your super chats are part of what's going to make it happen. So thank you so much. I salute you, sir, from way down under. Thank you so much. Wow. Gosh, it's amazing. All right. Whew. Get my breath here. Hold on. Let me get a little bubbly. That lemon water is just, it's not very good, but whatever. All right. Joey, thank you so much, Steve. Gosh. Joey Paranoia said, would you ever do an eco race? Is that the Everglades Challenge? What's the eco race? Eco race. I don't know what, you got to give me a little bit more than that. And we'll get back to that one, Joey. All right, Four-Wheel Jeeper said, it's getting dark and have not been watching for deer, just watching your video. No worries. Man, you're going to see the deer. If they walk out close enough, you'll be able to see them. But sorry it's getting dark. But cool stuff, man. Sorry to interrupt your hunt. It's your fault, though. All right, Mike Grimes says, woo, way to go, Steve. You're the man. Yes, you're right, Mike. He is the man. Thank you so much. All right, 3GS says, do you like night fishing or daytime fishing better? I can't really answer that question. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Probably daytime fishing, because as bad as I am at fishing, I definitely need to be able to see what I'm doing, right? Unless it's just so easy, nighttime fishing, then I'm probably going to be doing some daytime fishing, right? All right, let's see here. I'm watching for Joey. All right, next question is from William Ziegler. Hey, Trip, any plans for more backpacking trips? Technically, I don't have any plans, but I always say I'm going to do one a year, so you never know. I may sneak one in here somewhere this winter. Really liked your Pine Mountain video that you put out last year. Was that last year, my Pine Mountain video? Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, I really liked that video too. I had a great time on that trip, and I'd like to do another one. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I was wanting to go up to the, what's that place? Forgot about the name of it. It's in like northwest Alabama. The something forest. I don't know. I'd like to go there though. Daniel Miller, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Daniel. Still working on getting things going about the stuff we talked about. He said, any plans for subscriber trips in 2021? No, there's no plans for subscriber trips at this time. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have one, but I haven't had one in like 2 years. So, no, I don't have any plans for one. I would like to pull one off, but I can't promise you I'm going to. All right, so there you go, Daniel. But I would love to have you on one, man, of course. Yeah, hope you get a spot. But I could only imagine if I did post a subscriber trip, I don't know, it'd sell out in 2 seconds. I don't even know how that would work. All right, but it will be fun. Let's see if we can do it. All right, Randy Hendra said, I'm currently recovering from a kidney transplant here in Fort Myers. Your videos have been a great to watch and can't wait to get out and do some camping. Wow, Randy, I hope you get a good recovery, and I'm glad you found the videos to kind of help you through, man. I know it's probably not an easy thing to recover from that, but stay strong, and hopefully you can get out there and do some camping soon, brother. Whoo, what's up, Jared Lofton? Not much, man. Just sitting here hanging out, man. Just waiting on the kids to get home and all that, because pretty soon they're going to come in and be yelling and screaming. So who knows when we'll have to just shut this down. Chuck Smith said, hey, Trip, enjoyed it. We have a rocket group. We have a rocket going up at 5:15. Have to stand on the back porch to watch. Sweet. Yeah, that's in just a few minutes. So, sweet. Enjoy that rocket going up. And I'm glad you were here, Chuck. Thank you for all the support and what you do, man. Capital E said you should go down on the Rainbow River. That's in Texas. Yes, I should go down the Rainbow River. It's pretty. Oh, wait. No, the Rainbow River. There's one in Texas. There's also one down in Central Florida, right? Which one are you talking about? Probably Central Florida. All right. Oh, here we go. Joey says Eco Adventure Race. Various locations includes paddling, biking, hiking, climbing, and all while navigating through the wilderness. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, like kind of like the Amazing Race, kind of, but a little more hardcore. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do one of those, but unfortunately, these days I don't have the time to do that and other races like I would like to do, because I like being healthy and, that'd be pretty hardcore. But maybe one day if I ever make it to a full-time YouTuber, maybe then I can go do stuff like that, because now anytime that I have to go and do stuff like that, I need to be filming an adventure or, filming for the channel to put out content, because it's pretty tough to put out all the content that you guys crave so much, right? Which is awesome. Oh, let's see here. Shelby Walston said, Daniel said I should have one here in Pensacola. Yeah, I should. I thought about doing it in Pensacola because you can rent those group camps at the Big Lagoon State Park. So I thought about that, Daniel. If you know anything about that, hit me up, man. They have like these like tents and stuff set up. That would be cool to use. All right, Mike Grimes. Shelby Walston said, please make sure you end the live stream with your guitar and a song. All right, Shelby. Remind me whenever we get to the end, okay? Remind me, and let's do it in like 5 minutes, okay? How long have we been rolling here? How long have we been rolling? Can I even see that? We've probably been rolling. This feels like a long time. I can't tell. Holy smokes, you guys are crazy. Is that an hour and 18 minutes? Man. All right. Well, we need to start kind of wrapping this joker up, don't we? All right, but yeah, definitely remind me, Shelby, when we get closer. Goodness, the questions just keep coming. Mike Grimes, 36 people strong. What a good stream. No kidding. This is awesome. I'm loving this. Four-Wheel Jeeper said, Trip, I thought of one more. Can you do a video that goes over your basic stuff and how to make your cat food stove? I know you haven't done it in a while ago, but getting back to your basics for 2021. All right, well, about the cat can stove, I'm probably not going to do a video about that because there's a bunch of good videos on YouTube about that already. And go over your basic stuff. You're going to have to hit me up, give me a little more information on basic stuff, right? All right, 3GS said, have you ever been to Silver Glen Springs? No, but it's really high on the list, and I might be making some sort of a road trip through Florida in the next year, hitting all the springs, so that should be interesting. A little more info coming on that later. All right, goodness gracious, a lot of questions here. I love it. Massman Fishing said, I'm a giant and need a kayak or paddleboard. Any suggestions? Woo, kayak. I mean, there's a lot of big kayaks. It depends. All right, being a giant, it's a little tougher on a paddleboard. But you can get something big, so you probably want something wide because you're kind of top heavy, right? You have a high center of gravity. I won't say top heavy. Don't know how big your head is, but if you need something big and wide. So like I would say the Blackfin X because it's the widest one they have, but maybe the XL because it's a little bit longer. But really and truly, what I would tell you is a paddleboard is going to be a little bit more difficult. So I would say definitely try a paddleboard first if you haven't. And then if you have, you can kind of gauge, okay, is this one wide enough? Am I comfortable standing on it? Do I feel safely balanced on it? And then make your decision from that. Then if you want some sort of kayak, that depends. If you want a fishing kayak, there's so many to go with. If you're truly a giant, you can't get much better than the Hobie PA, the Pro Angler. But then you can go with like your native Slayers, or I'm not super familiar with all the kayaks, to be honest with you. But there's a lot of good fishing kayaks out there that will work for you. I mean, the Kaku Wahoo is a good affordable one. Truly a great kayak, even if you're big. So I don't know. Not really great. Oh, Massman Fishing. What do you mean? I know how big you are. You're not that huge. You need to try the Kaku Wahoo because you can find some down there close to you. You can go to Tallyakers down there, and you can probably try one out at Tallyakers. Yeah, man, what's up? Good to see you, man. I've still got your thing you gave me, and I've been wearing it. I'm gonna wear it on some more videos. All right, so let's see. Central Florida, stay safe. Thanks for everything. You're welcome. Ken Delaney said Northwest Alabama. What? I'm not really sure what you're saying, Ken. In Northwest Alabama, near Jasper, Smith Lake, or Bankhead Forest? Yes, Bankhead National Forest. That was it. You'll buy me breakfast. Wow, what a gentleman, Ken. Well, I don't really know when I'm going to go, and I probably will forget to remind you that I'm going at the time. So if you catch me up there, watch my Instagram or something, hit me up there. Let's see here. Yep. Daniel said, I'll help you plan the subscriber trip if I can get a guaranteed spot. Okay, I usually do have at least one assistant, right? So we may be able to swing something. All right, Jonah Bryant said, "Hey Trip, packing for a winter kayaking trip now. You were the inspiration for our first trip years ago and wanted to say thanks for the great videos and tips for kayak camping." Awesome, Jonah. I'm so happy that you were inspired years ago by the videos. That's so cool to know that people started kayaking years ago because of my videos and they have continued to do it and are about to get ready to do it again just like you are. So enjoy your trip. Have a good time. Whew, all right, Jake Clark. Well, here's a fun question. What am I looking at spending for a micro skiff? Something as simple as that old white one you had. Well, you can get one like that old white one I had. If you want to do some work on it, put a new motor on it, you can get it for like, well, I don't know about now, probably around $4,000, $4,000 to $5,000. You can get one, do some work on it. If you want one like I had, you're probably talking around after I did all the work on it, around $6,000, maybe $5,500. You can find that type of boat. But I mean, if you go up to like $10,000, $11,000, go to microskiff.com on their forums and just look through their forums and join Ginuholics on Facebook. And there's some other micro skiff buy sell trade pages on Facebook. Join those because I see them pop up quite a bit for like $10,000. I saw a good one the other day, but there aren't many that are in that lower range. Those are kind of tougher to find, but you got to be careful because they all aren't going to live up to your expectations, which is one of the reasons why I sold the old skiff, because it just wasn't any good in chop. I almost sunk it a few times that I didn't catch on video. Darn it. So you guys didn't even know about it, but just, go out and buy something, get a fair price on it, just best that you can judge through forums and past sales, just so in case it's not what you're looking for, you can sell it for what you bought it for. There you go. Let's see here. Rocket launch in 5 minutes. T-minus 5 minutes. All right. We're going to answer just a couple more questions. Then I'm going to play the song for Shelby. Then we're going to be done. All right. Let's see here. Also, Masked Man with that Diablo Amigo. Okay, good. We got some help within the chat. Thank you, Mike, for helping out Masked Man Fishing. He's a guide down around. He lives in Tallahassee. He's a guide like around St. Mark's and stuff. You guys are ever down there fishing, just look up Masked Man Fishing. Really nice guy. Let's see here. Jake Clark said, "Thank you, Trip. Love the videos and also thank you for your service." You are very welcome. All right. You guys want a song real quick? Who was that? Was that Shelby who asked for the song? I think it was. Let's see if I can play this old junker. It's actually a pretty cheap guitar that I bought. Bye. See ya 3GS. All right. What do y'all want to hear? I think I've got one in mind. It's one that I was I was going through some old CDs and I heard this song on an old CD and I was like, man, I need to play that song. So you guys may know this one, you may not. It's by Shenandoah. Well, he saw it on TV and ordered that video. He learned every step at home and never told a soul. When I saw him out there for the very first time, I knew that if Bubba can dance, I can too. Yeah, Bubba can scoot, Bubba can slide, Bubba can two-step, and Bubba can glide. I never thought he had the nerve, he never said a word. Well, everybody in the place stand back and give me some room, 'cause if Bubba can dance, I can too. Well, I've been watching all night and trying to work my courage up. Hey, that dude's on the floor and he's doing all the latest stuff. Well, if he's brave enough, I know what I gotta do. Well, if Bubba can dance, I can too. Well, Bubba can scoot, Bubba can slide, Bubba can two-step, and Bubba can glide. I never thought he had the nerve, he never said a word. Well, everybody Bubba can dance, I can too. Yeah, Bubba can dance, I can too. There you go, quick little song for you. Y'all may not know that one, but it is a good old song. I don't know when they wrote that song, but it was a while back. I remember it on the radio when I was a little boy, and now it just made me want to dance just like old Bubba did. All right, folks. Thank y'all. No worry being late, JC Vlogs. You can watch the replay, okay? Just hate you missed it. Geoff, is my wife ever going to join me on one of my trips? It's possible, but I cannot say for sure. I mean, yeah, I'm sure she will. Just not going to be all the time, right? All right, folks. Thank you for this awesome long live stream. Thank you for all the support from all the viewers out there. It is so cool. So thank y'all so much. Ken, I'm glad you enjoyed the entertainment. I really enjoy playing. I'm not the best. I don't consider myself a good vocalist or a good guitarist, but I like to think that I can help people have a good time, right? Just like I do with my videos, right? I'm not the best paddler, the best fisher, the best videographer, but I get out there and I have a good time, right? All right, folks. Thank y'all so much. Take care of yourselves. God bless. And I got to get to editing because hopefully we'll have a video on Sunday evening to premiere. All right? Take care, folks. End stream. Yes, we want to end it.